Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back for another Sparking Zero discussion video. So, I already made a video discussing all the possible costumes we can get for Goku in the game, and today, this is kinda the Vegeta edition of that video. So, there's a lot they can add to the game. Not even just costumes, even characters, different variations of Vegeta. Some of them are kind of obvious that we need. But yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. Show you some outfits that there's a high chance that they could add because most of these are very iconic. We'll start with the first one that I really can't believe isn't in the game. It's the Bad Man Vegeta costume. This is the pink shirt classic after the Namek saga, and it's in Genshin Squadra, and that's a mobile game basically. It's so dumb that this is not in the game. It's so easy to just add, you know? Give it to Vegeta Z early, and that'd be perfect. It's clean. People want it in the game. The next one I have here is a very iconic one. It's the Planet Arlia Vegeta. He's got like a pinkish hue to his hair, and then obviously the neon green battle suit. It looks really cool, and it's honestly just a different color of normal Scouter Vegeta. So that really wouldn't be that hard to add, and it's sick. Everybody, people would be rocking this. The next one we have is this is from the Metal Cooler movie, and he's kind of like all battle damage. They do have battle damage in the game, but it doesn't really look like this. Like the shoulder out and the clothes are really, really ripped up, and it emphasizes that Vegeta just got his ass kicked, you know? But he looks clean. Like he looks like he's persevering in the fight, and it's something they can add. It's really, these costumes really wouldn't be that hard to add. The next one, this is End of Z Vegeta. First of all, the priority is End of Z Goku, but this is a costume that they can add for End of Z Vegeta, It's clean. It's the one he was going to use in the tournament. He's got the gloves and like a normal like black tank top with these sweatpants, which are pretty funny, seeing Vegeta in sweatpants, but it's cool. It's cool. It's clean. And then we got another one where he's wearing this jacket, this like biker jacket. It's pretty cool. It's sick. Just another thing for him to wear. This is like at the beginning of the episode of End of Z. It's where they go to meet up with Goku, and they're like, "Yo, Goku, are you gonna be in the tournament?" And Vegeta and Trunks are there. This is when he fought against Aurelie. It's this kind of like red velvet tuxedo they can put for Vegeta Super. That would be cool. This is just an accessory, right? Because we have a million slots for accessories, we don't have no accessories in the game. So this is just a towel they can add around him on his neck. I know it's not like the most craziest thing, but yeah, just give us that. I mean, it's something, it's something I saw and decided to bring up. This is another iconic one that we don't really have, which is the Broly jacket, right? This looks clean. Goku and Vegeta each have one, and I did bring up in the last video that they should be added. And now that I think about it, right, in the trailer that we got, there's supposed to be a new collaboration super attack with Goku and Vegeta from that Broly movie. So maybe they make it a package deal and give us, this costume to go with it. That would be pretty sick, These are clean. Everybody would be using these. They look really cool. The next one, this is they can easily add this, right? This is the Scouter Vegeta outfit, but just give it to Z early Vegeta. That's it. Just give that to him. He could use the same moves and everything. It's fine, Or they can or like I said, they can give normal Vegeta Super Saiyan and just keep the same moves. He doesn't need to have a whole new moveset. This doesn't need to be a whole new character. It's just a what if character that we should just have because it's in the game and it's easy to just give us, This is from the universe creation arc, Dragon Ball Heroes. I just seen it. It looks pretty cool. It's unique, you know. It's got all these little different things on it. You know, these little lower pieces of armor here. It looks all right. It looks pretty different from, you know, normal Vegeta. But all right, now we're getting to a different category here. So this is copy Vegeta, and obviously this would be a new character because nobody in their right mind is picking a purple goo Vegeta to just rock that. That's not drip at all. But we could get a new character. We could get copy Vegeta. Now, I know we have enough variations of Vegeta, you know, with Baby, and that's what they were really trying to go for in the anime anyway. But I did a little research. I watched those couple of episodes, and I did come up with like a little bit of a move set for these characters, right? So for copy Vegeta base form, they can give us Gallic Gun because he uses it, and maybe they can make like a unique animation for it. I don't know. And then his other move is Final Blow. It's like a very strong gut punch to Gotenks he used in the anime. And then obviously Super Saiyan Blue, copy Vegeta. He looks kind of cool in this one, I'll admit. They can give him Lakora Gun, which is basically like a yellow Gallic gun, but he's using two hands. He uses it in the Namek Saga, I believe, but he does use it in this episode against Goku. And then another move is Clone Rush, where he clones himself, and they can make some kind of move out of that. As for the ultimates, I'm not entirely sure, but like I said, they could come up with something and people really won't mind. They'll just be like, all right, a new character. And these are filler characters anyway, so they can make something. You know, it's just another idea for a character. You know, nobody's stressing for copy Vegeta, but it's an idea. All right, so now we have GT Vegeta, right? GT Vegeta is a character that a lot of people want in this game, right? We already have Baby Vegeta, but there's a huge difference because this is the iconic Vegeta, right? A lot of games don't really have GT Vegeta in them because there's not a lot of source material for them to use. You know, Vegeta didn't really do a whole lot in GT except for, you know, obviously Super Saiyan 4, and that is in the game already. And they kind of took a lot and made that character. They took a lot of base Vegeta's moves and they gave it to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? Because we've seen him use Final Shine Attack. So if they want to give him that again, they could figure that out. But like I said, they can take some things from Xenoverse, because he's in Xenoverse 2, and they can maybe create some things, like a variation of a move, and, you know, make it original. That'd be fine. You know, people aren't really picky. They just want GT Vegeta in the game, you know? So now, these are just two costumes they can add. They have the jacket with the no sleeves, iconic. It's in Xenoverse. This is like the sports jacket, obviously the most iconic mustache that people all love. That would be cool if they could even make it an accessory. You know, people would be fine with that. That'd be cool. And then he's got like a different hairstyle now that I'm looking at it. I don't know if they want to go that far, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said earlier, the towel accessory, I know it's not the craziest thing. Oh my god, a towel around his neck. But it's something, you know? They're not doing it. I'm coming up with the idea, so it's just crazy, you know? Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta, they don't have too much they can really give him, move-wise, but they could come up with something. You know, I know there's already a million Super Saiyan Vegetas in the game, for Super, for Z early, for End of Z, and also Daima, so there's a lot to work with, but they can maybe figure something out. You know, they can make original content. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, this looks clean. This is like a modder screenshot that I found. This looks done and ready. Like, this looks so good. the iconic GT look, the dark red tank top and the gloves. It's so unique in just the outfit alone. It looks so clean. Um, all right, so now we have a little bit of a controversial topic. So I personally love the OG Super Saiyan 3. I really wanted it in the game alongside Broly Super Saiyan 3. I know a lot of YouTubers were coming up with that as a character. And I know he's non-canon, right? This is not canon. This original Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. But in Dokkan, they have a GT version of this character, right? And my idea was thinking that the Z timeline is basically Daima, right? End of Z, Vegeta would go ahead with Daima, right? And for GT is a whole different timeline, alternate timeline, right? That didn't end up into Super. They can add this. They can make Super Saiyan 3, but for Vegeta, a unique thing, and they can give his moves from Raging Blast to a Super Saiyan 3 GT Vegeta. That would be cool. I also like the end of Z Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That looks pretty cool. We need that in the game. But yeah, it works fine. It really does work fine, This is how it should look like. It looks cool, and it's a reason to give him a different Super Saiyan 3, but bringing the OG one back. I know it's not canon, but so is GT. So it really shouldn't matter that much. As we also have 2 Super Saiyan 4s of Goku, too. So there's going to be 2 different timelines. Why not give us the original Super Saiyan 3 version to the GT Vegeta? And like I was saying with that, what we do really need in this game is a way to transform into Super Saiyan 3 with End of Z Vegeta, right? Because only a few years after End of Z, Daima takes place. This Vegeta, they don't need, people were saying, why didn't we get base Daima Goku? Because it's not different. Not that much time passed. They don't have new moves. They're the same techniques they were using. They can give us a costume, maybe make the clothes a little bit brighter. And with that, it allows him to go into Super Saiyan 3. And you know what? They already did this with Kid Daima Goku. It allows him to go Super Saiyan. So they can do this with a costume for End of Z Vegeta. And that would fix everything. And the transformation will look sick, from Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3. Because they have that as his entrance. That's so stupid. His entrance is him charging up already in Super Saiyan 3. Why not give him that transformation animation and give it to Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta with just this Daima costume? It would be perfect. And now we have King Vegeta. This character is a high chance of coming back given the trailer we just got, because it seems that they're giving us all the missing characters from Budokai. Not all of them, but a majority of the ones that people were really talking about. And nobody was really complaining about King Vegeta, especially since his moves were kind of meh. He didn't have that many, but or like uniqueness to him, because we didn't see him do anything in the show. We didn't. We know that he waved his hand and blew up a planet, so they can give him something similar to Nappa, maybe. That would be sick. Kind of like the Giant Storm. They can do something like that. But it's King Vegeta. He was in the old Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So like I said, the chances of him coming back aren't 0, but it'd still be pretty crazy to pick him over like a Nova Shenron or Supreme Kai. But if he does come back, give him Great Ape. Because that was a big complaint I had is, all the Great Ape Saiyans have the same moveset and they weren't really that unique. But it was a uniqueness to Saiyans. Saiyans can transform into Great Ape. So when you pick a Saiyan character, you can go Great Ape if you want to. It's an option. You don't need to, but it's a uniqueness to Saiyans. That's why people would pick a base Saiyan character. People would pick Raditz, people would pick Turles, and these characters, because they have that extra uniqueness to them, able to go into Great Ape. Now, they could also add a Kid Vegeta. There is certain moves they can give him from Kakarot, and they could in the anime. I think he does something, but yeah, he has a few outfits as well. I know he's got the bangs, and this is kind of his Buu Saga outfit that they used in Kakarot, his training outfit, but it looks pretty cool. And then also they can give him the red cape, the bangs, and the little what is it? The Vegeta logo that he has, and then they can give us the version from Broly, from the Broly movie. They have it's like a different version of the original outfit that he uses. You know, it's more like Nappa's, but they can give us this. You know, all they have to do is really change the bang that he has in front of his head, which wouldn't be difficult. It's just a different head, which is fine. They can do that. That's something easy they can just do. Next we have Vegeta Jr. And this is just an idea now because I don't think we're getting GT Vegeta Jr. I don't think we're getting him because the only slim chance of him ever coming to this game is if we get Goku Jr. And I personally really would want Goku Jr. in this game because he does have a moveset they can implement. And he does have, you know, he's unique from just another Goku, honestly. He's got a whole different outfit, and he's got a different style to him as well. But if we do get him, I don't really see them giving us him without another character. You know, like GT Vegeta Jr. or like Lord Yao or the girl that can transform into like weapons from the movie Hero's Legacy. So there is a chance we could get this character, and then obviously we'll have Super Saiyan. This model I found looks really great. It honestly really does. I think that might be Gotenks' head. I'm not entirely too sure. But the outfit looks great. The gloves look cool. And yeah, this would just be another character to add. It's an idea. But now I'm going to just put a spoiler warning right now. If you did not read the Dragon Ball Super manga, I'm not talking about this to say we're getting this. This has to be in the game. I'm saying this because later on, after the anime comes out, because we're getting the anime, Dragon Ball Super is continuing with the Galactic Patrol arc. We're eventually going to get these things because you know that they're gonna definitely strike at the new stuff while it's hot. You know, they're gonna definitely want to give us Moro and characters like that. So obviously, Ultra Ego Vegeta, I'm not entirely sure what he does. He looks cool as hell. It's a new transformation for Vegeta. He probably will have a new moveset. And yeah, this is going to be one of the biggest contenders of DLC once the anime is finished coming out. We're definitely going to get Ultra Ego Vegeta probably towards the end of 2027, 2028. It depends when the actual anime is finished or in the middle of it coming out, because you know how that is. They want to definitely strike while the iron's hot, and Sparking Zero might just do that. Now, we also will probably get these outfits for Goku and Vegeta, right? These costumes are both in the game. They have like a different, darker color scheme than the original, but they have the Galactic Patrol sign on them, which they're going to give it to us. But I also was thinking, right? Vegeta and Goku, the stuff that they do in the manga is really different from the OG stuff that they do in Super. So there is a strong possibility we might be getting a new version of these characters, right? Or they can give us these costumes and give them all new movesets for Super, Goku, and Vegeta, right? If you click the Galactic Patrol costume, you get like two super attacks and a new ultimate. Obviously, Goku with the Susanoo stuff that he does in Ultra Instinct, and Vegeta with the Yard Rat training that he's gonna do in the manga, right? So, which we have to get this too. This absolutely needs to be in the game when that comes out. There's no way we're not getting this costume, right? If they know all the complaints that we're giving them now, and they're releasing a whole DLC about our complaints, fixing things, they better give us this costume, you know? Because especially with all the stuff he's doing in the manga, right? The spirit fission stuff and the instant transmission and all that. The new moveset he's going to have. And they really could create a whole new Vegeta that transforms into Ultra Ego. So, we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think about the costumes that I picked out? And do you think there's a chance we'll get any of this stuff with the DLCs that are coming out? I personally think we should get a lot of this stuff, like Batman Vegeta, especially the most iconic Vegeta costume, GT Vegeta. A lot of these characters, I know they're like kind of meh. Like, we probably won't get any of these at all, but they're ideas, you know? But yeah, guys, subscribe if you want. Leave a like, it helped me out. As always, guys, it's been a Stray Benj. Peace.